Since GoPro opened the pre-reservation for the Mission 1 Pro cameras, I think that many of you are truly considering to buy this camera, or at least pre-reserve it now and get in 4 weeks. But of course, many of you are also thinking about the competitors and the cameras that already exist on the market, such as DJI Osmo Action 6 and Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So I decided to make a pure analysis and mathematical calculation for the optical lens and generally the system and the sensor system behind these three cameras to find out which one is most efficient. And answer this question, is the bigger sensor automatically means better image quality. So you'll find a lot of interesting in this video, I promise you. And let's start, of course, with the GoPro Mission 1. GoPro Mission 1 offers a 1-inch sensor with a ratio 4:3. It means that the efficient area of the sensor gives us approximately 120 square millimeters. But here's the catch. When we film the videos and we want to post them on YouTube or we watch them on TV, normally we use a ratio 16:9. It means that video automatically crops at the top and at the bottom. And that gives us approximately only 75% of the sensor, like efficient area sensor, that leave us from GoPro from this 120 on the beginning to approximately 95 to 100 square millimeters. What is left? It's still a lot, yes, it's still a lot. But let's go further and let's come to Insta360 Ace Pro 2, because Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has pretty much the same shape of the sensor as well, 4:3, like the open gate, but the sensor size is smaller, 1/1.3 inch sensor. And of course, if we do the same calculation, like the efficient area and so on, it will only give us approximately 55 square millimeters on Insta360 Ace Pro 2 when we film in 16:9 ratio, which is pretty good, taking into account that Ace Pro 2 is almost 2 years old camera. But the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is focusing and relying heavily as well on its computational power, because this is the only camera at the moment that you can buy with two different chips specifically made for image processing and camera handling. If it comes to the efficiency of how the image is being processed, Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is still doing a really good job. But now the most interesting thing is DJI Osmo Action 6, the camera that was actually released just 6 months ago. And this is the newest one from DJI, and we know that DJI was always producing one of the best action cameras on the market. So how is it there? How the things are growing there? Because in the newest Action 6 we have a square sensor. Yes, it is a large one. It is 1/1.1 inch sensor that DJI often tells about like a 1-inch sensor. But here's the catch, because this is a square sensor. And now, if you want to film in 16:9 ratio from this large square sensor, we will cut a lot at the top and a lot at the bottom, and the final efficiency of the sensor only left us with approximately 45 square millimeters on the sensor from the initial that we had approximately 100 square millimeters, which drop us to really non-efficient sensor usage. But before you give dislike to this video, I ask you please to watch another 1 minute and I'll answer some of your questions, because what I just said about the efficient sensor size is just the half of the equation. And here where DJI is coming again. So we have the aperture and how much light can enter the sensor when we film, especially in the low light condition. The GoPro is using 2.8 aperture, which is fixed aperture, we know that. And after certain calculation of taking into account the efficient area on the sensor when filming in 16:9 and also the aperture 2.8 on GoPro, give us a score approximately 12.5. So this is just abstract score, but still this is the max score among these cameras that we are speaking now in this video. So let's go to the next one, Insta360 Ace Pro 2. It has the aperture 2.6, which is slightly more efficient for the low light, and we already know what is the sensor size even after the cropping, so it gives us a score approximately 7.7, which is approximately 67% from the GoPro efficiency. And now it's turn of the DJI Osmo Action 6, with variable aperture from 2 to 4. And of course, let's think about the everyday usage, and let's calculate also the efficiency score for DJI Osmo Action 6. Because if you take into account that you are filming in the low light, for example, then the aperture will be 2.0, of course, and efficiency score of the light perception, the light processing, will be really extremely high. It jumps to approximately 11.6, that give us like 95% from the GoPro efficiency. It means that even with a smallest among all these three cameras, the efficient sensor size when filming in 16 to 9, the Osmo Action 6 still has a very high score that give us really good perspective to use Osmo Action 6 in the low light condition. But here is one catch: the DJI Osmo Action 6 is not always using 2.0 aperture. It only drops to 2.0 when you are using in the really low light condition. For example, 30 minutes after sunset, or 30 minutes before the sunrise, or indoor, like in a dark room. And preferably that camera will remain still. In this case, yes, the aperture will drop to 2.0. In all other situations, when you are filming outdoor, like for example now it's a morning, it's a bit cloudy morning, as you can see, the DJI Osmo Action 6 will be using the aperture 2.8, which means that if we take into account all the calculation and math that we had before for other cameras, drop us to the efficiency score to approximately only 5.4, which gives us the lowest score comparing to GoPro 12.5 and Insta360 Ace Pro 2 7.7. So the conclusion is very simple behind all of this. If you are just looking for the action camera that you'll be using every day during the daily activities or for your vacation, and you're looking for some simplicity and you don't want to wait for another month until GoPro arrives, perhaps with possible problems, etc., I think the most efficient way is to purchase now Insta360 Ace Pro 2. On the other hand, if you are looking for something that will be more efficient in the low light condition, then you might consider the DJI Osmo Action 6, because due to its aperture 2.0, it becomes really efficient in the low light condition. However, if you don't need action cameras at the moment and you don't care about the price of the action camera, I would wait for another 4 weeks, maybe up to 6 weeks for the new GoPro Mission 1. But of course, you need to take into account that usually the first version of the camera might be coming with a lot of bugs, and you will need to wait for another, maybe even 1 month for the firmware upgrade and so on. So guys, really hope this video was interesting for you and of course useful. If it was, like, subscribe, and I see you very soon in the next one. Cheers, bye.